If you spend enough time looking at major currency pairs like the British pound or the euro, you know the frustration. You identify a clean setup, enter a position, and immediately get chopped out by erratic, high-frequency volatility. But there is an alternative that consistently respects long-term technical trends. It's the New Zealand dollar to US dollar pair, affectionately known by traders as the Kiwi. It is one of the most liquid currencies on the planet, which is surprising when you consider its origin, a small island nation where the local sheep heavily outnumber the human population. That predictability comes with a specific requirement. You cannot trade the Kiwi by staring blankly at candlestick patterns. You have to understand the physical commodities and global relationships that dictate its value. Mastering this pair requires a top-down approach. The clean, predictable chart movements you want to trade are actually the visual footprints of massive, real-world economic forces. At the highest level, the Kiwi is a risk-on currency. This means its value climbs when global investors are feeling brave and the broader global economy is thriving. This chart tracks the performance of the S&P 500 alongside the New Zealand dollar. Notice the correlation. When U.S. stock markets rally hard, the Kiwi almost always follows suit. Conversely, when fear hits the market, whether from sudden geopolitical tension or an unexpected inflation print, investors dump risk-on assets like the Kiwi and run to the safety of the US dollar. China is New Zealand's largest trading partner. When Chinese manufacturing hums, they buy massive amounts of raw materials. Trading the Kiwi means you are effectively trading a proxy for Chinese economic health. Before you place a trade, you have to assess the global mood. If Chinese factories are slowing down or U.S. equities are dropping, buying the Kiwi is a losing battle. At the domestic level, New Zealand operates a true commodity currency. The country is the world's largest exporter of whole milk powder. This graph tracks the bi-weekly global dairy trade auction against the Kiwi's exchange rate. A 5% jump in the price of milk signals a massive influx of foreign capital, which can easily push the currency up 60 pips within a matter of hours. That capital flow is also heavily influenced by the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. The RBNZ has a reputation for extremes, aggressively hiking or cutting interest rates to manage their local economy. This creates opportunities for a strategy called the carry trade. If the RBNZ offers a 5.5% yield, while the U.S. Federal Reserve sits at 5.25%, that gap attracts global investors looking to capture the higher return. Booming global dairy prices, combined with a high-yielding central bank, create an unavoidable draw for foreign capital. That money has to flow into New Zealand, pushing the exchange rate steadily higher. Zooming in on the physical execution, timing is critical. The highest liquidity and most significant local moves happen during the Wellington and Sydney Open, while the U.S. side of the pair takes over during the volatile New York session. You must avoid the dead zone between the New York close and the Wellington Open. Liquidity drops, spreads widen, and you risk getting hit by flash moves that trigger your stop-loss for no reason. This chart applies a 200-day exponential moving average. Below the line, only sell. Institutions trap retail traders at major psychological levels, like 0.6200, pushing price through to trigger breakout buyers. Exploit this. Wait for a close below 0.6200. Enter short, stop at 0.6230, and target 0.6100. The Kiwi consistently respects these psychological boundaries. By waiting for the fake-out, you align your entry with institutional liquidity grabs, rather than falling victim to them. Successfully trading this pair requires synthesizing the reality of global macroeconomics with strict mechanical chart discipline. It also requires precise risk management. This chart plots the New Zealand dollar directly against the Australian dollar. These two share an 80% positive correlation, moving in almost identical lockstep. Going long on both simultaneously doesn't diversify your portfolio. It doubles your risk exposure on the exact same market movement. You have to stick to strict position sizing. If you have a $10,000 account and want to risk exactly 1%, or $100, on a trade with a 30-pip stop-loss, the math dictates a position size of roughly 0.33 lots. Applying this exact mathematical formula ensures survival. Even if the Kiwi experiences unexpected volatility, your account lives to trade another day. Stop relying entirely on candlestick patterns. Check the upcoming global dairy auction, map out the weekly big figures, and use the institutional-grade tools on the FXNX platform to execute logic-driven trades on the Kiwi.